All right, let's get to it. Let's bring him in. He is a UL Raging Cajun. He's a former New Orleans Saints quarterback and now a member of the Carolina Panthers Hall of Fame. It's tough to say know your enemy with Jake Delhomme. Let's just call him a frenemy. Jake, thanks so much for being on the show. You can add to your resume now. You are on the final edition of Know Your Enemy, presented by Microsoft Teams.
Well, it won't go at the bottom of my resume. I'll make sure I'll bring it up to the top because this is a big deal. But thanks for having me on.
You got it. What a way to end the regular season. Of course, so much to play for the New Orleans Saints. And now standing in the way, possibly the Carolina Panthers, who always play the Saints tough. It's been such a great rivalry over the years, as you know. Not exactly the kind of debut that Matt Rule as a head coach wanted, but still this team continues to play very, very hard for him.
They really and truly do. And if you look back, and I know it's college, but if you look at Matt Rule's kind of history from Temple and Baylor, the first year is always a pretty rough year. And that's a reason somebody is taking over a place. Usually a coach is fired because of their record. But I'm really surprised. I'll be very honest with you. I'm surprised at how well this team has played this year. Going into the season, besides Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and even for that matter, I was more of a Robbie Anderson. The Curtis Samuel that I saw the last couple of years, thought he was a decent piece, but he just never kind of made that jump. Well, he's made that jump with Matt Rule, and this team has kind of been in just about every football game this year. Had some tough losses, and they're playing for nothing, but in essence, it looks like they're playing to go to the playoffs. That's how this team is playing, and you can just kind of see the Matt Rule process, as they like to call it, start to take over.
Well, Jake, got to ask you about our guy, Teddy Bridgewater. Of course, he's always going to have a soft spot in our hearts here with New Orleans Saints fans. How has he done this year in Charlotte?
Listen, he's really done a great job, and the team has embraced him. He's a captain. They look to him as a leader. They felt the whole offseason, even through all the Zoom meetings, they kind of were attracted to him, I guess you could say. And then in camp, everything you kind of read and whatnot, and this team responded to him. And then there's been a rough stretch throughout the course of the year. The Panthers lost many close games, had the opportunity with the ball for last drive type of wins, and just couldn't quite get over the hump for whatever reason. And there's been some criticism of Teddy of, is it just a one-year type of player, or we're looking for the next guy? And I think the biggest thing was that we never got a win. One of these wins at the end of games where we've had the final drive. And I was somewhat critical of Teddy in a couple of instances where, he might have tried a little too much. And at some point, you got to win one of these at some point.
That's a Hall of Fame answer for a Hall of Fame quarterback. Jake Delhomme, cannot thank you enough for your time. Happy New Year to you, sir, and enjoy the game on Sunday. And what a way to finish the regular season on this segment, Know Your Enemy, presented by Microsoft Teams with the Saints Panthers. Way to end it all.
Thanks for having me on.